What is up, guys? JohnnySami01 here with another FIFA 19 tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the key to attacking in FIFA 19. So many people mess this up. Very important to know when to use the sprint button, guys. As always, going to be only online examples, not from the demo or previous build. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future ones. One of the biggest mistakes people do when attacking in FIFA 19 is that they over sprint. Guys, you should really only be sprinting less than 20% of the time. The majority of your attack, you should not be sprinting. A lot of people just tend to try to move the ball up the pitch as quickly as possible. They're always trying to go on the counterattack, always trying to score quickly and score often. And while that does work from time to time, most often it will not work, and it will be very predictable, and a good defender is going to be able to stop that every single time. You should not be sprinting. Most of the good attacks are done just by regular passes. There's no need to sprint. Here you're seeing a goal opportunity. I am not sprinting at all. I am moving, waiting for those runs to develop, and then passing the ball and finding those open people, open lanes, and taking advantage of them and getting into those goal scoring opportunities without sprinting. Guys, you have to take into account when you are sprinting, you're going to have bad ball control. The ball's not going to be right at your feet. That means you're going to have slow reflexes, slow reactions. So if a defender all of a sudden starts to go and try to pressure you, try to attack you, and you're sprinting, it's very unlikely you're not going to have enough reaction time to be able to switch direction to protect the ball. And what's going to end up happening is the defense is going to be able to take the ball away from you really easily. You're not going to be able to maneuver from those tight spaces, especially near that penalty area when there's all those defenders in there. If you're trying to sprint, it's going to be extremely difficult. And of course, when you're sprinting, you can't do accurate passes, you can't do skill moves. It will make everything a lot tougher in your attack. That is why you should be sprinting less than 20% when you're attacking. So now let's discuss when you should be sprinting, when you should take advantage and should try to put a little bit extra pace in your player. And the first one is, of course, the counterattack. Of course, you should not be counterattacking all game long. But on the occasion, you see that you have numbers, you see that you can catch him by surprise, you can definitely do on the counterattack. And of course, you want to sprint. You want to get your players up the pitch as quickly as possible. But be aware, sometimes you don't have to be holding down that sprint button the whole time. Sometimes you want to let go of it, see what the runs are developing, and then when you see a bunch of space in front of you, then you sprint. But very important, you have to have a bunch of space in front of you. Otherwise, a defender is going to be able to take the ball away from you pretty easily. Another opportunity to sprint is, of course, when you're in the wings. The wings is great in FIFA 19 once again, and it is a great place to sprint because you have so much space. Look at all the space that there's there, but again, you have to realize when that space is closing in, and it's not when some defender really close to you. If the defender's already close to you, it's already too late. You have to make sure there's some space between that. You start seeing a defender, even if he's far away, stop sprinting, take a break, and then when you see a whole bunch of space again open up, then you can sprint again. But very important, there has to be a lot of space, not just a little bit, a lot of space for sprinting to be good, because if he decides to go ahead and try to pressure you, try to attack you, try to rush you, then you're in serious trouble if you're sprinting, because like I said before, you're gonna have bad possession. But other than that, sprinting in the wings, extremely useful to get into that open space, look in the middle to see those players making those runs and scoring goals. Of course, once you feel comfortable with sprinting, with playing and attacking in FIFA 19, then you can get more advanced and you can start incorporating sprinting into some of these closer situation, tighter spaces. So here I'm seeing an opportunity where there's some space in front of me, but I can't over sprint. If I just hold the sprint button down this time, he's gonna eventually, the goalkeeper's gonna rush out or the defender's gonna be able to take the ball away from me. So you have to start learning a little bit of how much time you wanna hold on to that sprint button and just figure out exactly the amount that you need. But I definitely recommend, guys, if you're having trouble with attacking in FIFA 19, you've seen that the opponent is always taking the ball away from you, I recommend you play a game without sprinting at all. If you're having trouble with attacking, you're having trouble with when to sprint, play a game without sprinting at all, and then you're really going to realize when you should be sprinting, when you're like, man, I wish I could sprint. You're probably going to lose the game you're still going to score a lot of goals. You will be surprised because a lot of the goals are just passes or just movements without sprinting. But you probably will lose at the end, so probably play a game that you don't really care about, either online seasons or Foot Ultimate Team if you don't play those type of modes usually. But you're going to realize you're going to become a lot better attacking, and you're going to stop utilizing so much of the sprint. But that is it, guys. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. If you did, please leave a like, comment, share with all your friends. Click on one of these boxes. Check out the rest of my tutorials, like my FIFA 19 defended tutorial and passing tutorial. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future ones. Thank you guys so much.